So today, we're going to talk about Iris. It's an AI system that's been built to tackle one of the biggest problems in science, and really in any field that relies on deep knowledge, just trying to keep up with everything. You know that feeling, right? It's that sinking sensation when your inbox is just exploding. You've got a dozen tabs open with articles you have to read. It's this constant, low-level battle just to stay on top of things. We all feel it. But here's the thing. For scientists, for students, for anyone whose job is to know things, this isn't just some minor annoyance. This information overload is a genuine, full-blown crisis that's actively slowing down progress and killing innovation. So, what's going on here? Why is it so bad? Well, to really get why Iris is such a big deal, we first need to understand just how fundamentally broken the traditional research process actually is. Just look at that number for a second. 15 to 30. That's how many incredibly dense technical papers a researcher has to find, read, and fully digest just to get their head around a single topic. That's a literal mountain of information to climb before you can even start your own work.
So how do they climb that mountain? Well, they do it through a process we're calling the manual grind. And trust me, grind is the perfect word for it. It's painfully slow, it's frustrating, and you know what? It's wide open to human error.
And this timeline, wow, it just lays the whole painful process bare. I mean, look at the hours just piling up. First, you're spending hours just finding the right papers. Then comes the mind-numbing task of downloading all the PDFs one by one. And that's all before you start the real marathon reading. We're talking 2 to 3 hours for a single paper. After that, you're manually hunting for key claims, trying to compare findings from 10 different sources in your head before you can finally try to write a coherent summary. It's just exhausting. And when you add all those steps together, this is where you land. 20 to 40 hours. Let that sink in. That's potentially an entire work week spent on just one literature review. The inefficiency is it's staggering. And this really breaks down the misery. It's not just the sheer volume of reading. It's the tedious chore of pulling out specific claims, the absolute mental gymnastics of trying to compare results across different studies, and the hours you burn just tracking down citations to make sure you've got everything right. So yeah, clearly this whole process is unsustainable. It's broken. But what if there was a completely different way? And that, right there, is where Iris comes in. It's an AI research assistant that was designed from the ground up to change this whole game. So what is Iris exactly? Well, at its core, it's an intelligent multi-agent system. And that's key. It's not designed to just help with one little piece of the puzzle. No, it's built to automate the entire pipeline from the very beginning to the very end. That term, multi-agent, is super important. This isn't just one big AI trying to do everything. It's much smarter than that. It's like having a dedicated team of specialist AI assistants, each with its own job, all working together for you, around the clock. Okay, so how does this team of AI assistants actually pull it off? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the 5-stage pipeline that takes a researcher from total chaos to crystal clarity. So it all kicks off with discovery, where Iris automatically scours huge databases like Archive to find the papers that are most relevant to your question. Next up is ingestion, where it grabs all those PDFs and breaks them down, the text, the tables, the figures, everything, into a language the AI can understand. Then the analysis agents get to work, pulling out the core claims, the methods used, all the key metrics from every single paper. After that, the synthesis agent steps in and compares all of it, looking for patterns, contradictions, and brand new insights. And finally, and this part is absolutely crucial, the evaluation step checks for quality and actively hunts for AI hallucinations to make sure the final output is rock solid. Iris is faster, smarter, and way more reliable. But what does a technology like this actually mean for the future, for how we discover new things?
This was never about replacing researchers. It's about empowering them. It's about giving them superpowers. By automating all the tedious, soul-crushing parts of the job, Iris frees up these brilliant human minds to do what humans do best. Think about it. A cancer researcher spending less time digging through papers and more time designing the next groundbreaking experiment. It lets people focus on innovation, on critical thinking, and on asking those huge, world-changing questions.
And this quote right here, it just perfectly captures the entire philosophy. The whole point is to fundamentally change the researcher's job, from being a collector of data to becoming a generator of insights, with AI serving as this incredibly powerful partner in the process.